Yeah. Ay. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting. She hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon. The demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting. She hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon. The demon, the session, we killing the pack. We slaying witches and demons, making a list like I'm Steven. This ain't the Garden of Eden. Playing this game, it's not even. I come with soldiers and legions. That is my name that you speaking. All of y'all live for the weekend. I don't know what you believe in. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. She rocking the two-piece and look like a snack. Stay out of trouble, but I got a new scheme. I'm sipping on wine while they sipping on that. I done told y'all if I see it, I cop it. You see what we rocking, we dripping all black. You being off, you seen this deposit. We brought a few bags and there's more in the back. I got riches storing up in heaven. I'm a big gorilla, I got ape aggression. Young and jaded like an adolescent. I'm slightly faded like an evanescent. Brand new villa up on the East Coast. You better come through because we stay progressing. If you roll with us, you better unpack before God teaches you an eternal lesson. Roll with me, you gonna learn something. Roll with me, you gonna earn some. We in the forest like we Fern Gully. If it's feeling off, I discern some. Clean hearts, but we stay muddy. Too smart, but we stay study. Stank face, cause we too ugly. All these jokers think they too funny. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting. She hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon. The demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting. She hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon. The demon, the session, we killing the pack. Check, check, 1, 2, ayy, check, check. I don't know if I can rap this shit. Yeah, ayy, yeah. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's poppin'. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat it. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stopped checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. I see you looking, I see you watching. Wasn't too long ago, we was just talking. I'm sorry you hate me now, and I don't mean that I'm sorry for me. I'm just sorry for you, cause you won't get to see what a hot king can do when he's given the chance to become what he knew he could. Now my shit's popping, oh, and I'm shocking. I'm just from Buffalo, I shouldn't make it. Was right by my auntie, but that woman hated me. Good at pretending for everyone faking it. Now I'm awake and I see why they made the choice to kick me out just as soon as I made the choice. Now I'm a king, yeah, that's the thing. Happens a lot. Fatherless kids, yeah, we come by the lot. Changing shit whether you like it or not. He would come like it or not. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat it. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stopped checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Fuck the whole industry, music and media. Started my own shit, I don't think they feeling me. I just don't get it, so fuck it. I'm done with all this luck shit. Y'all think y'all scaring me, so I address it. But now all your niggas is running. All of your mouths is just running. No talent, but your shit is funded. Now all y'all think y'all real funny. Clown flexing with that fake money. Can't buy shit without real shit, so you rent shit cause you real dummy. Just invest in mine like a broker. New money coming soon. Yo, last post got like 50,000, but you can't fill the fucking room. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat it. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stop treating them nice. That's the bad that you made, that's the bad that you made, yeah. Ay, yeah, bad that you made, that's the bad that you made. Ay, Katie, let's go.
All hell King Darius.
That's a bad that you made, that's a bad that you made. That's a bad that you laid, that's a bad that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Ay, yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies. You children popping mollies. I'm so intelligent, my honesty turned into philosophy. I go hard in the paint, the harder I play. Nigga, I'm like Harden on James, a problem to face. I don't wear my heart on my sleeve, just look in my eyes. Nigga, you can do what you need, I do what is right. I don't fucking want what you have, just look at your life. Nothing about it sacred to me, it's out of my sight. That just means it's out of my mind, it's not worth the fight. Nigga, yeah, I'm out of my mind, I'm out of my mind. Hey, you did what you did.
Yeah, you do what you did.
Give a fuck about intentions.
Don't give a fuck about intentions.
You can watch what I do.
You can watch what I do.
Just stay the fuck out my mentions.
Stay the fuck out my mentions.
That's a bad that you made.
That's a bad that you made.
That's a bad that you laid.
That's a bad that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. That's a bad that you made. That's a bad that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game
What's going on, Beaches? Welcome to the Daily Swole podcast. Thanks for being here. It's Wednesday, May the 13th. Let's get into today's episode. Before we do, make sure you head on over to summerswole.com. Summer has started and it's time. It's time to start, and it's time to start for the last time. Summerswole.com has what you need, and I don't want you to miss out on it. You've been banging your ear holes with the podcast for either a day, a week, or maybe 10 years. It's a 10-year anniversary of the Swole fam and of the Daily Swole. And that means extra special specials to get you off your fucking ass and taking action. It's one thing to listen. It's one thing to talk about. It's one thing to post about. It's one thing to do it. And it starts right now over at summerswole.com. Let today be the last time you ever start. It's a never-ending journey until you're 6 feet under. Dust in the wind, as they say. And the journey starts right now. Are you man or woman enough? Are you swole fam enough? Are you a swole slut enough to take action? The clock is ticking. Your clock is ticking. You're dying right now. We're all dying. You want to die skinny or you want to die swole as fuck? The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Go to the fucking gym.
Swole North.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on, Beaches, Booshes, Bustas, Hustles, and Yahos? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode, and today's episode of the Beachcast is brought to you, it's powered, sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you Beaches. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the show. We have a new drop this week. Welcome, everyone. Hit the like button, subscribe. We are live on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole, Apple Podcast, Spotify, anywhere you bang your ear holes, listen to the podcast and leave a 5-star review. Check out the brand new drop over at papaswolio.com. Jefferson Curls, absolute America as fuck. America. Jefferson Curls, established in 1776. And if you notice, the great TJ is doing some Jefferson Curls that, of course, he designed. He created this fucking country. He created Jefferson Curls. What can this guy not do? What can this guy, he owned people. What can this guy not fucking do? What can he not do? It's absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable, this guy.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate
What a
a
guy.
man if he's white?
You'll see he's doing on a box of Dutch East India Company tea. Wow, that's fantastic. They didn't throw all of it overboard. Maybe he just dumped it out, but it's a great box. It's a great box. Remember, fitness equipment was hard to come by. He had to forge those barbells by himself. He had to cast those plates. Good Lord. Good Lord. Buy one, get one, 50% off merch. papaswolio.com. Get your Jefferson Curl merch right now. Absolutely fire. All right. Speaking of awesome merch, we have this one. Swoller things. Check this out from Dick. Richard. Richard. I'm just kidding. Come on, man. I'm joking. Richard, thank you for the 5-star review, brother. I love my shirt, and my friends at the dojo do too. My only problem is that I only look good with it at this exact angle. My arms look great, but this really shows me that I got to get more swole. Got to look good in these shirts. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's great, dude. I love it. My arms look great, but this really shows me that I got to get more swole. My only problem, dude, you're looking good, man. You're looking good. It's coming. Just got to build muscle. Keep tightening up that nutrition and just patience, man. Patience, man. You know, you just got to start trimming that fat off. It'll come, bro. It'll come. Great picture. Great picture. That smile. I know that smile wants to get bigger. Looking great in the merch, man. Looking great in the merch. And you're going to fill it up. You're going to lose the fat, but then you're going to get big and jacked, and you're going to need to get a bigger size eventually because you're going to be so fucking swole. I love it. It's raining outside. Perfect. Beautiful. All right, let's get into that tip. Excellent picture. Excellent picture.
Just an inch. It's cold outside.
Cerny says, not retarded looks good in black. Yeah, if you're just listening, why would you just listen? Why would you just listen?
Matt Damon.
Why would you just listen? You don't get all of this if you listen. Hello. Notretarded.com. What a great shirt. What a great shirt. Notretarded.com. If you've never been to notretarded.com, I highly recommend. You don't want to go to retarded.com. Who wants to be retarded? Go to notretarded.com. Yeah, it's great in black. Got the nice pink text. Go check yours out, all on the merch site. You can get notretarded.com over at notretarded.com. We got this one. We got first post from the Swole fam. We got this one from Jaime. All right, James writes, I had a question for Papa and the fam. Finished the 90-day dash and then repeated weeks 9 through 12 for a few weeks. If you don't know, that's the Swole portion of the 90-day dash. And that's just one of our programs, but we'll get into that. Had a setback in workouts due to a strained lower back. I got back on the horse and repeated weeks 11 and 12. I'm going to start Scorched Earth. My question is regarding the quote general warm-up shown on the preheat PDF. It states Swollen 7 warm-up. Is there a particular warm-up routine I overlooked? Nope. I am starting with Scorched Earth to aid in reducing body fat, as I don't care about weight number. I care about composition. I will be gradually adjusting the calorie deficit a little at a time, about 100 daily calories each week until I'm at an ideal deficit. Any help or tips are appreciated. Go to the fucking gym. Tra-la-la-la. Okay. Well, thanks for the post, James. And of course, you don't care about the weight number, but the weight number is important because if you're not increasing the weight number and or the reps, you're not building muscle. So it's the weight matters, and the amount of mechanical tension matters for building muscle. You're not going to build muscle without progressive overload. So essential. Scorched Earth is a great program, and it's just a great different variety. It's variety. Not everyone wants to train. Not everyone wants to do maximum swole or swole season. Not everyone wants to just get big. But you want to make sure there's muscle, and that's going to help you metabolize fat. That's going to help hormones and everything. So muscle, strength, essential. So in terms of the general warm-up, that's what it means. It's preparation, whatever you need to do to prepare. And a Swollen 7 warm-up is not a particular warm-up. There's a bunch of them. So find a Swollen 7, especially for the mobility ones. There's so many Swollen 7s. So the mobility, that's essentially the Swollen 7 warm-up. You just pick one. Pick one of the Swollen 7s. A lot of them are just simple workouts that you can repeat, that you can fit in a recovery day. There's different applications for Swollen 7. It's just a different type of a structure. It's not a set program, right? There's different categories based on what kind of materials you want to use. So just make sure that you are utilizing the one of your choosing, because there's a different variety. It depends. You might want to do a Swollen 7 that's a little bit more lower body focused if you're doing a leg day and so on and so forth. So let's see here. In terms of the calorie deficit, you don't need much. Make sure you're keeping your protein up, and you can adjust carbs accordingly. But it's very important to make sure that you are always trying to increase the weight or the reps, challenge yourself, progressive overload, mechanical tension, and keep in mind, and if you're getting the results you want, keep going. That's what it really comes down to. People that are satisfied with their training, if you're satisfied with your training, there's a lot of benefits for joining the Swole fam. There's a ton of benefits. Even if you're like, I love my programming, maybe you don't want to do one of our programs. Okay, fine. Come and join, and we will help you optimize what you're currently doing. We have lots of information and masterclasses we have yoga, we have meditation, brain gains. We have everything you need. So it'll fill in the gaps. The whole point of the 7 pillars is this will isolate the cracks in your foundation, and it will open your mind to what you're missing. And I say this a lot. You have to learn you're not going to get results for a lifetime. I'm tired of this fucking 30-day. I know it's called the 90-day dash, but That's just a catchy term. It's not 90-day challenge. It's the 90-day dash that you repeat or you progress to a different program, which has the similar structure of yoga and mobility and strength training, right? Notice how the 90-day dash goes from more stabilization and then it goes through Ignite and to Swole. Notice how it looks like a staircase, right? It kind of ramps right into it. And then there you go, like a baby bird. Now the baby bird's leaving the nest. And now you can go into Scorched Earth. You can go into Swole season. You can go into Maximum Swole. Same structure. And in perpetuity. Maximum Swole is not the 90-day Swole. The 90-day maximum. No, it's do this and repeat it forever. And of course, adjusting along the way as your needs change. So, where was I going with this? Forget exactly. Maybe I made the point. Anyway. I think I was just ranting about I'm tired of the little short sprint, the short mindset in terms of fitness. So what we do here with the 7 pillars is whether you have a lot of experience, you're missing something. If you're coming across the content, if the algorithm bestows the knowledge cock upon you, there's something missing, you know, like you're not having, like everything's going great and you're searching for information on there's something missing. There's usually something missing to take you to that next level. And most people don't realize that they have cracks in their foundations. Most people have their heads so far up their fucking asses. You don't even know that the sun exists. And most people don't even know the sun exists literally. So anyway, there you go. So stoked, James. I mean, first off, congratulations. Let's get back to James in particular. This wasn't a rant about James. This is just kind of spread out from some of the topics he brought up. But that's fantastic. So good for you. Good for you. Again, it's all in the app. Join us, summerswole.com. James knows. So the general warm-up, and with any kind of warm-up, really what it is whatever you need to do to prepare for the workout that you're going to do. Okay? Whatever you're going to do, whatever you're doing. And the Swollen 7 is something that's appropriate for those protocols. If you have any particular limitations, this is why we have the community section in the app. Or the podcast. This is why if you have any limitations like, I want to do this, but my ankle this, let's address it. Let's add a couple other things, maybe for a preparation, for a warm-up. Let's add a certain yoga class. We can help you do a search and figure out which one's optimal for you with your specific situation. Maybe you need to check out if it's your ankle or your Achilles tendon or this and the other. Have you checked out the ankle mobility masterclass? Cool. Let's add that in and let's focus on that. And how can we integrate that? Maybe Scorched Earth in that situation. Maybe it wouldn't be the best idea. Maybe Swole season or Maximum Swole be better, or maybe repeating 9 through 12 because you're familiar with it and just sticking with that while you add in some mobility to get that up to speed before you do Scorched Earth. Again, very customizable. Everything's customizable. It's your life. So what Swolenormous is about, what the app is about, what Swolenormous X is about, whether you're using the internet, swolenormousx.com or the Swolenormous app, it's all the same thing. But when you join the Swole fam, that's what we do. It's not as so much do this, and if you don't do it, you're not getting results. It's not a box. It's to open your mind to, I need to be a student of my own life. How do I make this work for me in the sense that what you start observing your life, you have to understand what your life is like and how you can mold and adjust and reshape things so it's more optimal for you. So you perform better and so you have a better life. So you have to care. You have to care. And the Swole fam is, it's for James. It's for everyone watching and listening. That is a member, of course. But it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone because a lot of people, as we know, they want to just take Ozempic or they want, just tell me what to do. I don't want to think. I want to measure and I want just to be told, eat this. Okay, that might get you results. Oftentimes it doesn't. That's why people think diets suck. It's because you're just doing some fucking printout from ChatGPT or from some other person and you're just eating what they just said to eat. Maybe you have an allergic reaction and you're like, I'm not getting results and I'm still bloated because you're eating something that's poisoning you. Maybe the other person can eat it. Maybe they like spinach and they want to have a fucking bowl of spinach 3 times a week and you have it and you feel like shit and your thyroid's getting fucked up. Yeah, but so-and-so.com, so-and-so on Instagram eats a lot of spinach. Don't give a fuck. Just think about how much sense that makes. It doesn't make any sense. Eat 6 ounces of this, have this. How the fuck does that person know? The reason why people hire, for example, one-on-one coaches in the same context is that, I mean, unless the coach sucks, that person, they're talking to the individual person and doing what I just said and helping that person navigate and sleuth out what would work best. And most people don't want to do it themselves, or they don't want to pay for it because they don't think it's more valuable, but they'll have a brand new car, a brand new phone. They'll have a $500 belt and, and they eat garbage and people don't prioritize shit that's important. They'll pay $1,000 or $2,000 a month for health insurance, but they won't fucking buy a goddamn steak. So priorities. Anyway, that wasn't anything to do with James. So James, hopefully that answers your questions. And of course you can follow up in the app. Make sure you go and answer James' post. I know I answer some of them in my opinions, but go give your own as well. Make sure you comment in the community section and reference these posts and then follow up. You can also let them know that I answer on the show, but a lot of people know and they check back. Leslie, dark and early upper body session followed by a Swollen 7 Steel Club. We were just talking about Swollen 7. Baby, these guns were smoking afterwards. If you want it, you will make time for it. Hashtag on Wednesdays we lift. You can't lift with us. Lifting is so fetch and GTTFG. She's wearing the You Can't Lift With Us shirt. That's fucking dope.
I am the danger.
Yeah. Awesome. And we got a double trouble post from Terrence. Man, talk about you wifed up the right person, dude. You wifed up the right person. This is a brag. This is a humble brag from Terrence. All right, T-Bone. All right. We'll let you have it. Terrence says, anniversary gift from the wife. Do you think everyone in Wales got the memo? And he's taking a sip from don't vote if you skip leg day. I hope so. And then another anniversary gift from the wife. Luckiest man in the world. 3 kids later, and she still gets me. And he's wearing the breaking Swole. That's dope. Absolutely. 10 out of 10.
I gave it
She's a keeper.
a 10.
She's a keeper, but you already knew that apparently. There you go. You locked that one down. Good call, man. Great choices on the merch. All right, let's do some Rate My Meal. How about that? Cash me outside. How about that? Rate my fucking meal. What do we got?
What's in the box?
It's like I have to wince. I have to wince. I'm like, Cam the ma'am? Are you related to Megan the Stallion? Just adding vowels. You know what? You go on Wheel of Fortune and people are like, can I buy a vowel? I think we should start making people buy vowels if they're going to put them in their names. You want to put 2 E's? No. You got to pay $10 to Facebook or Instagram. They don't let you spell things wrong. What if they just stop letting you spell? You can't spell things wrong. No, you can't have another E. You have to buy a vowel. Anyway, we should get people buying apostrophes too. We'll leave it there. All right, we got rice. Is that brown rice? If it is, you can take that with you. Broccoli. I'll pass on that, but we got some chicken. All right, you're making a home cooked meal. I'll approve it. I'll approve it. Just keep in mind on the rice, I prefer organic jasmine rice, and just make sure you're getting high quality. I'm not a fan of the broccoli. I'm just not a fan. But, it's not my stomach. Could probably use more fat. I don't know the context of Cam's other meals, so we'll keep an eye on you, Cam. Let us know if you have any questions or if you're struggling, because you might need to step it up a little bit. All right. Okay. Chad, let's see. Chad is, you guys we're loving broccoli here. I just don't know why. I don't know why you would, I look at that, I'm like, why would you ruin a beautiful meal? That's just my opinion, man. That's just my fucking opinion, man. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's eggs. Is that chicken?
I'm
getting a feeling that's leftover rice or reheating, which is fine. I did that. You got a bunch of eggs. You got some chicken. That's kind of a interesting combo. You got the whole family there. And then you just got a carrot and some vegetables on top. I don't know why. if you're going to make an omelet, that's not how you make an omelet, dude. You're supposed to chop that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to chop, you got to chop that shit. Like if you're going to try to do any kind of like veggies in a fucking omelet or something, you got to like almost puree that so it doesn't taste like shit. I used to get like, vegetable omelet, and you have that, like a vegetable omelet. I've had broccoli and eggs before, and you get like the stalk without the floret, which is not much better. And you get one that's not really cooked as well, and it's like a crunch in the egg. It's gross. So, I mean, okay, if you want to eat that, but bro, you don't need to. Just get rid of the fucking plants and shit on top. Eat the eggs and the chicken and the carbs. And you want to have a side of something, just, or just don't send me a picture that looks like that. I don't want to have that in my brain. It's just like, I don't want to see that. I'm trying to do a podcast here. I'm trying to do a podcast. I'm trying to have some fun with the fam. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. It's like, show me a picture of your feet. I don't want to see that. I want to see your veggies. Don't show me your veggies. Keep it to yourself, right? Keep it in the bedroom, right? I don't care who you guys want to fuck. It doesn't have to be your whole identity. You don't have to put it on a flag. You don't have to let everyone know that you like dick or whatever it is you like. I like to be wolf. Okay, you could go be wolf. I don't care. Doesn't have to, like, I don't have to like it. I don't. Keep in the kitchen. Keep in your kitchen. Why would you put that online? Okay. James Doe. Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Okay.
Do not read him! Do not read him! Do not read him the card!
What?
Do not read him the
The
card!
fuck is that?
No! No!
What is that? Is that a bowl of tomatoes? Is that a half a squash? Is that a pineapple? Is that a mango with tomatoes? Is that a potato? I can't make this taste good. I can't make it taste good. Acorn, squash, and cherry tomatoes. I'll wait. I want someone to tell me what this is supposed to be. Whatever you think you're doing, there's way too many tomatoes for whatever you are trying to do. Way too many tomatoes. You're fine with maybe taking one or two and like cutting it thinly. I don't know what's supposed to happen here. I don't.
Matt Damon.
You tried, you did something. Maybe I don't even know if this is a recipe in the app. We have a bunch of recipes for, hey, I mean, if it's real food, we probably have a recipe for it. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Does anyone know? James Doe. Oof. All right, bro. I feel the heartburn. Like my throat burns just looking at that. All right. Hard pass on me. Rate my meal. I'm not even going to rate it. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what it is. Just a bowl of tomatoes, but it's like an edible bowl of tomatoes. What is that? Again, if I don't know what the fuck it is, there's a problem. I'm just clarifying again. It's not that I know everything, but if I can't obviously discern what that food is, what are we eating? Why can't I fathom what you're eating? If it's that questionable, that's a strange thing to eat, I would say. I'm aware of most fundamental foods. But I've just never seen that. And it's like, there's tomatoes. I don't know. Is that squash? Let's say it's squash with tomatoes in it. I'm still confused as to why that would be the case. What's under it? Why is that a meal? What the fuck is happening? What could redeem it? What's inside? Is it cottage cheese or something? I'm about to freak out. All right, Joshua, thank you for the save. That's saved.
Get in my belly!
Saved by fucking Joshua. Thank you.
For 400 years, that word has kept us down.
Oh, shit. Fuck yeah. Bacon, eggs, taters. Just give it to
Give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
Let's move on fast. We got two more. All right, Kyle Leach. You could leach this straight into my veins. Tomahawk steak, smoked then seared, made a Cajun butter to go on it. Fuck yeah.
Every word of it was absolutely true.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Lights, camera, action. Bro, that's what I'm talking about.
Boom shakalaka!
That's a deep 3. All right, Pedro Mota, top fan, and a top fan laying down the manhammer. You got grass on it. I thought that was avocado. All right, so maybe not the hammer, but okay, we'll talk about the 4 playing cards of crunchy green water. At least just get some cucumber slices and make it something, that's rubbery. What are you chewing through that? How's that going to be consumed? How's that happening? It's just, I have a delicious steak. I got some eggs there and I got some rice. You know what really tastes really good? Just a bland, bitter, just a bitter leaf. Just a bitter leaf. That's what I would want. That's what I would want. That's what I would want. When I have a nice steak, eggs, and rice, I want some bitter leaves. Just a couple, just to cleanse the palate. So the next time I eat, I really am like, it just reminds me of what shit tastes like. That way, it just makes life more bright and sunny. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's why people eat vegetables. And I'm not saying all vegetables are bad, but people get up in a tizzy. What about my fiber and stuff? Go chew the ground. Go do it. There's a reason why I eat cows. There's a reason why multi-gastric animals are fantastic to consume, because they extract the harnessed sunlight from the grass and they translate it and digest it properly so you can consume it. Let the cows do their work. Let their 4 stomachs break down this shit. And then you can consume their bodies and get the nutrients. Nature already figured it out. Figured it out for us. Did the work. And everyone's like, no, I'm going to go right to the source. Okay. I mean, you go right to the source. Lay in the sun and eat meat. Fuck yeah, dude. All right, Pedro. Good job, though. Great job. I'm not, you want to eat that. Great protein, great fats. All right. Pedro, you can stay. Thank you for your patronage. Top fan. All right. Cool. We're having some fun with it. Let's get into some questions. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio if you got any live questions. Oh, let's see here. Any questions? Drop them in the comments. We got this one from Francois.
What's in the box?
Oh, Francois. Mr. Frank. Mr. Francois. Ho, 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 ho. Let's go. All right. Let's see what we got here. Frank says, what is your take on taking increased doses of creatine? In some more recent studies, it has found to potentially have cognitive benefits. It does. Have you tried this, or do you think it's a waste of creatine? I don't think it's a waste. I don't know how much people actually need. I see some pro bodybuilders saying they're taking 20 or 30 grams a day. I've fucked around with like 15 or 20. Actually, more recently, I think I've forgotten to take creatine for a couple days. I'm taking less. I usually try to take I usually take it when I'm kind of running low on my creatine. I'm wondering if I want to just try not taking it for a little bit, but it's a very studied product. I've been, I wouldn't say promoting it, but yeah, creatine's great. I've been taking it. But I think there are some potential concerns. We'll have to see if anything else comes out. I just don't like that there's nothing that's made in this country. I know some people are trying to make American creatine, but with any kind of supplement, and I always think about this, we've talked about it, just the ultra processing, what chemicals and what stuff are used to isolate these things and package them. And there's always a risk of things of like heavy metals and X, Y, and Z. So you don't really know what your issues are until you start really, if you're able to get the blood work and the details of all these things. But time, money, knowledge, most doctors and places aren't looking for all these detailed things. You have to really rabbit hole and invest a lot of time and energy to figure that stuff out, which is valuable and a valid approach, but most people aren't going to do that. So some of the things like in the short term, if you don't get good sleep, upping your creatine for the next day can have benefits in terms of helping with like fatigue and cognitive brain fog when you're limited on sleep and your brain would otherwise be compromised from, but of course you want to improve your sleep, but that can be a reason to boost and no one's going to be able to tell you except yourself. I would just be mindful of the quality of the creatine you're taking, how you're taking it. People put creatine in like cold water and stuff. If you're tasting the sediment, it's not mixing. So a lot of people mix creatine or they'll dry scoop shit. It's like, don't do that. That's dumb. That's dumb. You want it to absorb. So don't put it in freezing cold water and drink sludge. Oh, my stomach bothers me. Yeah, you drank sand, essentially. All right. So use warmer water. I don't like drinking really cold stuff. Use room temperature or slightly heat the water and let it just mix. Let it mix completely. Put in tea or something like that or warm water. I've heard some issues of mixing it with coffee, but sometimes I do. I don't really overanalyze or care. And it's like, oh, it might not absorb. It's like, it'll be fine. It's fine. I don't know if there's any major issues, but I like using warmer water whenever I'm doing electrolytes and stuff like that. I usually like to make sure it mixes, and then maybe I'll put a little cooler water or something just to bring it up. If I'm going outside to train, maybe a little bit on the not room temperature side, but make sure things absorb. Try that. So if you have any issues, use warm water for mixing things like that. And especially first thing in the morning. I don't want cold water. I want nice to absorb. I want everything to go in smooth and it feels great. So let's see. Emery. What kind of meals should I be eating as a night shift worker to stay full without crashing? Emergency room. Well, so you're asking me in terms of staying full, not necessarily, hey, I'm trying to lose fat and this, that, and the other, and hormones and cortisol and all that stuff. To stay full without crashing. You are a night shift worker. Your body is fucking tired and it's when you should be sleeping. And you're surrounded by, God, tons of EMFs in hospitals. Tons of EMFs. Tons of, Wi-Fi. You have LED and fluorescent lighting. You have all the sterilizing, got all the excessive sprays and phthalates and stuff that they sterilize hospitals with. So you're going to crash. You're tired. You're working if it's 3 a.m. and you're supposed to be sleeping. So I don't know how you're not going to crash. But what I would say is, you want to make sure you're eating quality foods that's going to sustain you. So you're not doing like tons of ultra processed foods. So I don't know what else you're doing. Hydration is super important. So, I mean, I don't know how you're going to stop from crashing. You're going to pound caffeine. There's a lot of other things we can discuss, but obviously hydration and proper nutrition. What kind of meals? Food, quality food. Look at all the stuff we talk about. But of course, this has to come down to what's individually effective for your body. This goes back to what I was saying before. The Swole Fam teaches you how to think about your nutrition with the Nutrition Jumpstart. The Swole Fam teaches you how to be aware of your nutrition, what signs to look for, how to test for things that work best for you. So what kind of meals? Steak, raw dairy, eggs, fruit, certain vegetables that work well for you. You have to test those. Quality carbohydrates, and it all depends on your individual needs and your metabolism and what you're working with. If you're excessively obese, we have to get your insulin sensitivity back and make sure that you're not eating tons of carbohydrates and all these different types of things. So what kind of meals? I could just list things. It's not like, oh, this is going to work. It might work, it might not, but it's just literally, what kind of meals? It's just a shot in the dark. Hey, steak and eggs. Oh, well, maybe you have a meat allergy. Maybe you got, a Lone Star tick bite and you can't eat red meat. So it's like, I can just say things that don't work. So what I like to do for like on an individual basis, and I always ask these questions, of course, Emily's not watching live. I want to know what you're currently doing. So what are you currently doing to crash? Why are you crashing? I need to know all that. I want to figure out why you're crashing. So what are you doing now? Oh, this is why you're crashing. Maybe you're seeing results otherwise, but you feel exhausted. Oh, do this, boom, 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 boom. Maybe you don't have to do different meals. Maybe you're not drinking any fucking salt. You're crashing probably because you're working in the middle of the night. I don't know how you're going to get around that aside from just doing like bumps of coke all night. Right? Just saying. Let's see. Lacey, why is the protein in shakes and powders inferior to whole foods? Assume it's a clean protein. Oh, there's all sorts of denaturization. There's like the deuteration of products that are ultra processed. There's all sorts of decay. There's all sorts of heavy metals and potentials and toxins and a clean protein. What's clean? Understand when you're going through like heavy machinery and stabilizers and packaging, a lot of these things are in plastic bags and a lot of these things are in, plastic wrappers and things. And you're in one of these like synthetic wrappers and then it's sitting on a fucking truck and it's hot and it's just leaching into the protein and who the fuck knows what's in these things or what the sourcing is. And it's just sitting there. It's just sitting there. You tell me what sits in a package. I don't care if it's fucking sealed. You tell me. How many of you eat emergency food? The shit that stays good on the shelf for 25, 30 years. How many of you just eat that? Well, it's cheap or it's in a box. Just think about that. I know it's extreme. You don't eat it. That's why it's an emergency. And I don't care if that shit says 25 years. If it's 40 years, I'm going to eat it. If it's if I need to open one of those tubs of like, I have like beef chips. That's another thing. Well, let's talk about that for a second. All right. Do any of you have that emergency food? You've bought like, it's good on the shelf for 25 years. And it's here, 3 meals in a day. And it's like mac and cheese and shit. I've bought from a couple of those companies and you don't buy any of that. You don't want pasta, this fucking gross ass pasta. When you have 3-course meal, you want protein in an emergency. Fuck, just dried beef and honey and you're fine. Right? Just saying. So I would make sure I'd always just buy like the diced beef or whatever, just beef and have protein powder. And you have water, beef, protein powder, water, honey, stuff that stays in cans, sauerkraut, stuff like that, whatever. But you want the stuff that actually works. So anyway, if you're eating that, you're not eating it for health. You're eating it for survival. I'm not breaking that out just because I'm like, I don't feel like cooking tonight. Let me break into one of my ready to go meals kind of thing. Let's just eat an MRE for fun. Unless you're doing a YouTube video and you're sacrificing your life for views, no one eats an MRE by choice, for example. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. Real food, a good way to think of it is just having more information. It's fresh. Everything is better fresh. And a lot of them have, when you have protein bars and powders, think about what people deal with when it comes to inflammation. Most of you know allergies. You have a histamine reaction, right? Mucus, and you have just heart rate go up, rashes, all these different types of things, swelling. It's just a histamine. It's a systemic reaction, right? If you eat something that you're allergic to, it's not like, I ate something and my elbow itches. No, it's like I eat something bad and you don't get a rash like on your fingertip. It's systemic, right? You eat something, you have you might have a migraine or you have, your knees ache and your joints ache. It's all over your body and you have a rash. There's kind of bumps in different places like, oh man, I'm hives or whatever it is. A lot of that comes from stored, processed old food, higher in bacterial content. It's just decaying. It's just pre-decayed and isolated. And a lot of these isolated shakes and powders, it strips a lot of the nutrients that you get from real food. It just isolates certain molecules and amino acids. And depending on the quality, it's hit or miss sometimes. And a lot of protein bars are so condensed and packed together. It's hard to chew. It's hard to digest. And it might say, it's made with this. It's made with dates. It's made with X, Y, and Z. And maybe you get a good brand. Maybe it's not sitting on the shelf for 2 years. Maybe you can make stuff your home. I'm not at home. Some people's like, well, I make my own, protein bars and you're mixing up dates and you're doing this other stuff. Yeah, but you just made it. It's fresh. It's right there and you're eating it. You're not making it en masse and sealing it and, packaging it and whatever the fuck you're packaging it and then shipping it across the country and it's weeks and weeks and months. And then you buy the box and it sits there and then you put it in your purse or you put it in your gym bag and it's in the back of your car and it sits there for weeks. And then like, you know, it goes from hot to cold to hot to cold. And then you open the bar and it's kind of like melted but rehardened. And you're like, that's disgusting. I'm not saying all of them are like that. I'm not saying you eat a protein bar or have a whey shake, you're going to die. But that's why a lot of people have issues and they just think automatically, oh, it's a protein bar. It's healthy. And it's, you know, a power bar and it has like 30 grams of sugar and it has 8 grams of soy protein. Like, oh, it's a protein bar. No, it's not. It's a protein cookie. No, it's a fucking dessert that has a couple grams of protein from whatever partial amino acids they put in there. Oh, they put some egg white powder. Well, that's great. From where? What are you talking about? Because then that egg white, just think about this. So you have ingredients, right? Oh, egg white powder. Let's just say that's one of the ingredients of a protein bar. Okay. It's not their egg white powder. That egg white is coming from some fucking chicken or some Franken chicken that's eating fucking corn and soy. And then it's extracted. And then all that processing to make the egg protein powder, probably from fucking China. Then they ship it across the fucking country and it's assembled in the United States, right? Then they take that egg protein powder and add it to the dates that they, you know, and they're adding these ingredients. Where are they getting the source from? So you're using all these other ingredients that are ultra processed from wherever the fuck else. And how long was that egg white powder that was sitting in a Chinese fucking slop house for 4 years? And then who knows? Unless you do the research and I'm not saying that's always the case, but if you're buying shit at Walmart, you're buying stuff. Yeah, you're going to get all that gross stuff. If you're buying you might get a small brand that makes it on a regenerative farm and they make their own protein bars and you order it with your dairy and you order with your beef and they make it locally at a farm down the street. That might be fine. You buy there's a guy that I know, a small farm that sells these protein bars at the farmer's market. Obviously much more fresh. He probably made it like 3 days before or sometimes they make it there and it's a farmer's market and they're making it live. Like, hey, here are the ingredients. Here's some fresh protein bars. And you buy 3 or 4 of them. You take a tray of them home, you put them in your fridge, you eat them all week and you go buy more the next week. Different, right? Completely different. So I'm not saying it's protein bars. If it's in a log, it's bad. But what's the context? Same thing with the protein powder and shakes and stuff like that. Or you can just eat some yogurt. Do you need a protein powder? No. I have a protein powder and I haven't been using it that much lately. I just haven't. I don't really have any application for it. I'll use collagen. But I'll eat meat. I'll have the dairy. I'd rather, if I need a protein, like after I work out, I know it has fat, but I'll just have a glass of raw milk. Fresh fucking raw milk. Why am I buying this? Why am I with a scoop of fucking whey? I might put a scoop of whey in like the yogurt and mix it up with other stuff because I get quality protein and I feel good eating it. But I've tested this and I've tried it. And some other grass-fed and finished proteins I've had and my stomach was, I told you guys this, you know, and I tried different kinds. Like my stomach was fucked up and it was like grass fed, this, that, and the other from California. And okay, if something's wrong with it, don't like it. My gut was fucked. Never had that again. Not even trying it again. Nope. Didn't like it. No, sir, I don't like it. So. But again, you got to figure out. And it always comes down to, like, how are you feeling? How's your performance? What's your health like? If you go and get certain blood work done, you're like, wow, you have heavy metals here and this, like, oh my God, but I'm eating this and the other. I don't know. Then you go and then you have to look at what you're consuming. So if you feel great, you eat something, you don't have any issues and performance is awesome. You know, whatever I say is not going to matter. People are like, well, I feel great when I'm doing this. Yeah, you probably do. And I guess if you feel great and everything is great, you don't have like chronic migraines or chronic joint pain, why would you change anything? Doesn't mean you can't improve something. It doesn't mean that something you're eating isn't bad for you, so to speak, but it's not affecting you to the point where it's like a current problem. You're not going to notice it. You're not going to change your ways. And if you don't care to improve or to test things, then, you know. But if you're having no issues, then it makes it harder to justify to stop or to test something. If you're like, I feel good while I'm doing it. And then we also know that sometimes you think you feel good. You're just so used to not feeling, maybe you're just used to feeling at 92% when you're eating X, Y, and Z. and you think it's 100 because you're so used to being at 92. It just feels great. But then all of a sudden you get rid of something, you're like, wow, I feel 94. Holy shit, I feel a big difference. Or you're at 50% and then you get rid of something. I don't have that fog anymore. I just feel so much better when I don't eat X, Y, and Z. Wow, that's a sign. But you don't know. So a lot of possibilities. A lot of possibilities. John says, someone asked me, what's the best protein bar on the market? I cut a section of a steak into the same size of a bar. Here you go. You know what? You take a steak and just cut it thin. I'm telling you, that's what you do. What should I do on the go when I need food on the go? Take the food that you should be eating and bring it with you. I don't understand how to explain this to people. I'm not at home and I'm busy and I don't have a lot of time to eat. What are some good, healthy meals on the go? Bring steak with you. Put it into a container so you can eat it in a place of your choosing. And then it's like, how do I make steak? It's like, go on YouTube and I can't help you. I can't help you anymore. I can join the fam and like follow the instructions, but like you need to like cook a fucking steak. But I don't have a kitchen. Get a hot plate and a pan. What's your next question? Yeah, but how do I like get a spatula? Like go to the section in the supermarket that has like things to cook and buy one. All right. Okay.
I work with retards.
Mike says I use protein bars for my anabolic window after I finish intermittent fasting. Fuck.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay. All right.
What's up with the guy with the weird eyes? He handicapped or something?
Let's do something else. Everyone else who's like older than a fetus is like, I remember when we didn't have as much internet and I had to like look it up. It's like, yeah, you should just talk to fucking the big dudes at the gym. Hey, you're someone who's jacked. What do you eat? And they would tell you. And then you just do that. And you watch how they lift and you lift like them. I'm telling you, and I always say this because, yeah, I studied exercise science and this. I learned everything. In the gym doing it and being obsessed and learning myself. And not the degree that I got. Fucking, okay. I learned certain things I wouldn't have gotten exposure to maybe like, in the exercise physiology class. The rest of it, I need to take a kinesiology class. I learned everything about kinesiology because I got obsessed with it, not because I was memorizing shit for a class. Because I was in the gym and I gave a shit. And, man, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, you want to get jacked? You just bought Flex magazine and did those workouts and ate the way the pro body. But that's literally what I did. That's literally what you did. Shocking how that worked. Yes, I knew they were taking steroids, but obviously the lifting is what you have to do. I'm not going to take steroids. I'm just going to fucking do their lifting as best that I can, knowing that these guys are also taking all this shit. Oh, this is how you lift. This is their program. And they would actually do it for the magazines, right? You guys remember this, maybe. But if you don't know, they would have a Playboy would have a centerfold. There would be like a quote, like a centerfold. There would be a spotlight on a certain bodybuilder. And throughout the whole thing, they would have different things, but that bodybuilder for that month would have, hey, they ask certain questions and they would have, here's their diet and what's your program? Like, how do you get big shoulders? Like a bodybuilder that had jacked shoulders. And it was like, such and such as Kevin Levroni's Boulder Shoulders program or whatever. Well, if Kevin Levrone is telling you how to get big fucking shoulders or like Kevin Levroni's horseshoe triceps program, I would be like, I'm very interested in that. When I was starting, I was very interested in how someone with like the best fucking arms ever, literally, but just definition or how to get shredded. It's like, I might want to take that information because they're telling you how they did it. Just stuff like that. Like, how do you build wealth? You might want to read the books that Warren Buffett and like billionaires wrote about how to build wealth. Yeah, but they're all, okay, Okay, then don't do it. Then don't do it. Don't do it. Nothing's new. Nothing's new. Nothing's new in humanity. Nothing is new. Humans are the same. Go read a fucking book. Go read Socrates. Swolecrates. Swolecrates. I love Bill and Ted. Just go read a book. Nothing is different. It's all the same. Same bodies. The same thing. Same shit. Same problems. Same relationship issues. Same parental. Go read the Bible. It's all the same. Same shit. Everything's the same. Nothing's new. People troll like the boomers and older, like, yeah, well, it's different now. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Take that advice. Take that advice. They've been there. They've lived already. Take advice from people who have done it. They're warning you. They're telling you. For a lot of things, you know, maybe not everything, maybe not with AI and shit like that, but you
What's in the box?
You get the point. You get the point. Pretty good start is, hey, what does the person that has the results that you want say? That's a good starting point. Good starting point. Hey, that person's jacked. What do you do? It's a good place to start. All right. I don't know how we get on that. Tamalama. Nutritionally speaking, is there anything you do differently while strength training versus hypertrophy training?
I've contained my rage for as long as possible, but I shall unleash my fury upon you like the crashing of 1,000 waves! Begone, vile man! Begone from me! I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Ah, shit, I'm muted. So what was I saying? I coughed. That's why. So what I was saying is there's a reason why I don't know when it cut off, but what I was saying is, but the pro bodybuilders, you know, they're lifting 25 pounds. They're doing 25 pounds on lateral raises. Yeah, but they're doing like 30 repetitions. You're not doing that many with that good form, and you're not doing the same volume, right? Mechanical tension. Because you wouldn't be able to maintain that. Like, they're stronger than you. They might be doing lighter weight because they like higher repetitions or for their volume or for their programming, but they're still doing more than you would be able to do in a set, in the volume, in the recovery, right? That's why they're getting amazing results, is because of their preference, of their training, of their split, of their experience, of their anabolics, all those things. So it's still fundamentally more. So is there anything that I do differently, nutritionally speaking? I don't separate the two. You want to maintain and increase your strength. Otherwise, you're losing muscle. You don't want to do that. So get stronger, build more muscle. So the answer is no. You're not going to be building muscle without getting stronger. All right, Ralph. Steak on both counts. Ralph, which program is best in losing fat and gaining muscle? I'm just going to take this from inside the Swole fam. Join us, summerswole.com. So if you're asking in general, like there's a ton of different things you can do. Nothing's reinventing the wheel. The Swole fam is just organized and focused and structured in a way where it's all in one place. And of course, we have the branding, we have the specific programs, but we're not reinventing the wheel. It's just the wheel is very organized. and you don't have to piece the wheel together from 1,000 different places. Plus, you have the Swole fam and all the other benefits that you're not going to find anywhere else. So our programs, it depends. So I don't want you to think about which exercise is best. What's the best exercise? What's the best split? What's the best program? You got to rephrase it as what's the best program for me. And that depends on you. And I would need to know more about you. But they're great. They're all great. You can start off with a 9-day dash. Most people do. But there's also Swole season and maximum Swole, which are great. And losing fat is going to come down to, hey, I want to lose fat and gain muscle. Don't we all? Need to eat properly, do proper like mobility and cardio, vascular activity for your health, and also to improve your fat loss while you're gaining muscle. But you have to manage fatigue, X, Y, and Z, have a good strength training program. So most people in this Swole fam, you start the 9-day dash and you graduate to, most people have been navigating lately towards maximum Swole. And there's a lot of variety within those. So there's nothing's best. Nothing's best. But do we have something that's the best for you? Yes. The question is, which one that is. And we just have to know a little bit more about you. 7 pillars. Yeah. You all right, buddy? That was loud. All right. Christian Castillo. Papa Soya, can you please elaborate to everyone that, can I please do as you say? Can I elaborate to everyone that smoking weed is not a beneficial tool to working out? First off, learn how to spell and don't capitalize in the middle of a letter. If you're going to ask a question, I appreciate you. If you just it's 1-0. I just, that the grammar shit pisses me off. Like the they, their, that bothers me. All the other classic ones. It rubs me. I don't like it. I don't like it. No, sir. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not going to elaborate that because I'm not going to just spit like, can you please tell everyone it's not a beneficial? No. Why? Because some people love it and love it for training. And a lot of pro bodybuilders and people that have injuries and, the CBD and all this stuff. And yeah, I haven't fucked with like all the CBD stuff. And I don't know. I don't feel the need to like micromanage what people take. If someone wants to take anabolics or test or TRT, if you're honest and you're honest with yourself, most people aren't honest with themselves. So if you're honest with yourself and it's actually hindering you, but you just don't want to think about your shitty relationship or the job that you hate. So, I smoke weed and I go work out because I'm mentally numb. It's like, you're not addressing the problem. You're not addressing the source of your stress. You're using a coping mechanism that might feel good in the short term, but it's negatively affecting all the aspects of your life. And it's not really improving your training. It's just numbing you mentally so you can get through your workout. But some people, some people go in and they like it. They feel like a great mind muscle connection and all this stuff, but it's usually perceived. The issue that I see is just like neural firing, right? If you're a little bit more sluggish, and there's so many different approaches. Like caffeine's a stimulant, but everyone's different with these things. Like when you had things, remember Michael Phelps, or you have a swimmer, wasn't he like, oh, he was smoking weed or this? Who fucking cares? Guys in the pool, like 30 days a week, winning like 15 gold medals. Oh my God, he took a little puffy. Like, I did. I smell. Was it the Clinton? I smoked, but I did not inhale. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I didn't. I did not put my penis in her mouth. I promise you that. Hillary would not be pleased with me. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Does anyone care? All right, you win 10 gold medals. Oh, it hurts you a lot. It's so bad for you. The problem is people are doing like 1,000 milligram fucking edibles. shit that's like hardcore psychoactive, and they're already mentally unstable because they're on SSRIs and they're getting experimental gene therapy. So they're just fucking drugged out of their minds. And then people have psychotic breaks and like, oh my God, it's the devil's lettuce. No, you're just an unstable person that's already been coping with pharmaceuticals, and now you're just adding nuclear, genetically modified weed to the mix. Like the stuff today ain't the 60s, right? I don't care. I don't care. So just a couple. I mean, and I'm answering the question in this manner too. Also, because can you please elaborate that this is not beneficial? No. One, I'm not going to do what you say. It's not like, can you tell everyone? No. Not what you want to hear, but you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. But you go post and stuff, like most of the pro bodybuilders and the people that you follow in this, yeah. Most people aren't responsible with most things. And you can make arguments that there's no level of responsibility. And some people have a glass of wine. And okay, alcohol isn't good for you. Is one glass of wine once a week or once in a while, is that going to destroy you? Well, it might if you're an alcoholic. It might if you have crazy migraines. And it's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do it. There's an obsession. I think it's just because social media, everyone's obsessed with what other people are doing. Because, I mean, that's all you see. All you see online is what other people are doing. Like you'll see a video that I made. I mean, that's what I was doing when I made that video. And you have, oh, this person does this and this person does this. There's a lot of people in the world. There are a lot of people that do anything, and there are a lot of people that don't do that thing for anything in the world. Pick something weird, pick something gross, pick something absolutely fucking sick, Epstein style. Yeah, there's sick people that have done and will do any of the gross things or the awesome things, right? There are people that love rock climbing, and there are people that love banging children. So a lot of preferences in this world. So what's right or wrong needs to be what's right or wrong for you, not what's right or wrong for me or for anyone else. So again, open your mind and understand there's different applications, and there's different things are going to work for different people in that manner. Like I do think there's a lot of benefits still. And, you know, for marijuana, people like they're on cancer treatments and chemo and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of proven benefits for all sorts of host of illnesses and ailments that can smooth, you know, feelings during treatment and sleep quality and all this stuff where otherwise the person would be absolutely fucked. So there's always applications for things, and yeah, a lot of people are concerned with things that are just irrelevant. Now, if you're asking a different question, like, is it better now that it's legal in a lot of places versus when it wasn't? And you can have arguments about, you know, morality and kids and youth, and, you know, you shouldn't have like children in high school. Kids are just getting just destroyed now, and their brains aren't fully formed. And that's the fucking problem. But what's worse than kids smoking weed? It's different than it used to be because it's just so much stronger because of the, you know, just the industry and how legalized it is. And but when you have but then you have cell phones. So people are worried about, you know, weed in society. What about cell phones? Children have cell phones and iPads and screens and are seeing, like, their brains are fucked long before they ever touch a joint. But it's not a joint anymore, right? It's all fucking vapes. So you can't just loop, like for example, like my mom, like back in like the 60s and 70s, like you roll up some fucking joint of like low quality shit that someone you know, that someone whatever, you know, had. Now it's just like a fucking vape, and you're just mainlining nickel and whatever the fuck else, flavorings and all the time. It's not just this is this. The same reason why meat is bad for you. No, it's not. Oh, you mean the people were eating low quality meat with ultra processed sugar and seed oils and all that stuff, and drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes. And I grew up in the time where we won a great victory where you couldn't advertise cigarettes anymore. Remember that? Cigarette commercials? And all of a sudden now it's just like, oh, no, but weed's great. Vaping, yeah. We still have pharmaceutical ads, but down with big tobacco. It's all the same fucking companies. What are you talking about? They all own the same shit. They don't give a shit. They'll make money on Nicorette and gum, and they'll make money on vapes now. They don't give a shit. They just pivot where they just pivot their equity. They just pivot their investments, and they're still making money. That's why they're still there. Oh my God, cigarettes can't advertise. They can't advertise. How are people still buying them? One, they have 200 fucking chemicals and fiberglass, so they're addictive. So people that are still alive are still buying them. And these companies are owned by other conglomerates that own all the other fucking shit that you buy. It doesn't matter. They'll make money one way or the other. They'll make money whether you're sick or you're healthy. You know, they'll fuck you in the ass and pat you on the back, and then they'll patch you up, and then they'll give you a medication, and then they'll show, you know. It's all one-stop shop. So make your own decisions. Use logic and common sense. My mom smoked unfiltered cigs. Ooh, what kind? Cerny, is it, was it American Spirits? Was it, Camels? Was it Lucky Strikes? Come on. I'm trying to remember. I know a bunch of, I mean, a lot of you know a bunch of brands of cigarettes. I used to work at a food market. So we sold cigarettes. I just remember just the people that came in. Everyone has a brand. Pack of Cools, Newports. Oh my God, that's disgusting. You're literally smoking like a car battery. Straight fiberglass. Menthol. Oh, my best friend in high school went through a period. He was smoking Newports. Oh, gross. Pall Mall. Oh yeah. Oh, it was so gross. I remember we were going to, I don't know, late night, we had to go get something. We're trying to play a video game. We're doing some work on a car, and a fuse blew, and we're like, fuck. And he's like, oh, the Home Depot's 24 hours. I'm like, really? I know it's 24 hours. Like, yeah, it's 24 hours. Go get it. Cause we're working, I think it was some wiring on like a subwoofer in my car in high school. You know, it was like the weekend or summer or something like that. So me and a couple of our friends were all there, like working on the car, hanging out, whatever. And they smoked. I'm in the back seat, and we went there and we drove. And it was closed. I'm like, I knew it wasn't closed. It was like joking. They were laughing. And I was like, you motherfucker. He's like, I fucked her. He's like, fuck, where are we going to go? We ended up finding fuses at a gas station. But I remember he was like, he lit up like a Newport. He was smoking on the way. And I was like, fuck it. We're all pissed. We're like, damn it. Where the fuck are we going to go? Shit. And I remember I'm like, give me that thing. And I didn't smoke at all. I just remember this vividly. He's like, yeah, I'm like, get the fucking thing. And they're all like, oh shit. They knew I didn't smoke. I took the Newport. I took a drag. I remember I thought my lung was in my throat. Went from 0 to a Newport. Just took one hit. I wouldn't even call it a hit because I inhaled and I died. That was probably top 10 worst experiences of my life. That's disgusting. I don't know how people inhale that and don't die every time. I can't even imagine. Oof, it was so bad. It was so bad. But he was a boss. He was one of he's the kind of person that if he wants to quit, he just quits, stops, and doesn't do it again. He just fucking cold turkey Newports. Like, I don't know. Brutal. That was a funny story. Just kind of popped into my head. I think I probably told that story once or twice in the show. Karen says, my grandmother smoked Parliaments. Ooh. Remember those ones where they called Capris, or the ones that were really long? Oh, Slims? Were they I'm going to say Capri Suns, right? Were they Slims or Capri Slims or something like that? The little flamingo ones. I just remember I always saw the package in the store when we were selling them. Like, who the fuck buys these? Like little really thin, fancy ones or something. One of you knows the name. Maybe that was right. All right, no more Virginia Slims. Is that what they were? Was there another name? I'm sure there may be copycats too. Yeah, Virginia Slims. That's definitely that. Gross. They're for women. They're for women. It reminds me of a nice thin white dick. Virginia Slims. Makes me feel so fancy. You know we got to bring back? I think the reason why I never got into like smoking cigarettes is because what happened to the nice long the cigarette holders. We got to make those great again. But not for cigarettes. But like the long, right? The holder is like not a long fancy. Yes. I guess because, I don't know, I guess I probably went out with a monocle. I've always wanted a nice monocle. A monocle and like one of those like cigarette, holders. Yes. You need like a nice thin pencil mustache. And a top hat, of course, but that goes without saying. I would do that with a cape. I would do a monocle. I would do one of those like cigarette, we call it a cigarette extender. And top hat, monocle, extender, cape, of course. I would also, of course, have a cane with a nice, I would say like an antler, nice handle. It would also, of course, slide out and it'd be a sword, one of those like Tintin style, it would have to be something like that. All right. But then phthalates, right? You just can't win. But then you go pipe. You go corn cob pipe. Pipes are great. Love a good pipe. The bubbles. Right on, right on. Indeed. Quite so. You know what time it is? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Moving right along.
That's deep.
All right. Did my parents smoke? No. No, sir. No, Sherry Bob. No, Sherry Bob. Let's see what we got here. Do some research, obesity. Let's do a couple of these from yesterday. Oh, I commented on this on X. I commented on this post. I don't know if that was known when it was put in my folder. Let's check out this one. Oof. All right. So we got this. Demi Moore. All right. So we just got to, do a little pump the brakes here from the New York Post. I just think we have to do a little editing, make sure we got the headline properly. Demi Moore's toned arms take center stage on the Cannes Film Festival 2026 red carpet. Toned arms. Well, she is like 60, 70 something. Okay, so like, skin gets thinner and collagen loss and all that stuff and how many fucking surgeries. I wouldn't call that toned. I would call that hungry. Okay? That is a hungry person. And I posted a GIF of like a dude holding out a sandwich on this post, ironically. So I don't know if that dress, I don't know what the fuck is going on with the bottom part with like the hips. You can't say, like, what is that point thing at the bottom? Those are actual hips? I wouldn't be surprised. Man, she was so fucking hot. I say she was so attractive. And she still has a pretty face. Like she's a beautiful woman, but it's just not now. Like that's not. Oh. Now, it's also the lighting. I'm not saying she doesn't look like that, but it's the lighting. It's the picture. Like you get a picture or freeze frame from most people, it's going to look like shit, right? This ain't touched up. Obviously, if the New York Post is trying to get, which they always do, very clickbaity stuff, like anyone's posting stuff to get clicks and engagement. So they put toned arms. They know what they're doing. Okay. This is not, look at her toned arms. They're like, I believe she's toned. They know people are going to lose their shit and it's going to get, look, we're talking about it. But I mean, you see her bones. You see her fucking epicondyles. Like that's not good. That ain't good. Karen says she looked best when she made that movie Striptease. Oh yeah, Ghost. Like she was gorgeous. Disclosure. Fucking hot. But just, damn. Need some food. Yeah, look at the elbows, man. You're not supposed to see that kind of, is that her fucking acromion process? Fuck. Dude, look at it. Bro. Oh my God. Look at her, look at her right shoulder. Fam, that is what we call a bony landmark. That is the acromion process. That's her clavicle. Not supposed to see that. That defined, in my opinion. I mean, you're gonna see your clavicle, but like I'm traveling it over here, like pretty, a little bumpy. Is that the scapula back there? Is that their scapula? Hope I'm getting the body landmark right. It doesn't really fucking matter. I don't know why they're it's too much. It's nasty. I don't know. Then eat a
Because of the implication.
get this. Let's get Demi a steak. Come on now. Let's get you steakies. You hungies? Don't forget also, these are people too. These are people too, and you know, they're trying to hold on to something, and there's probably requirements also to do certain things. And she has a movie, she has to be here, and she has to, can you imagine? It's like any other job. People think it's like, oh, they're just the elite, they get all this stuff. Yeah, they do, and they're used to it. But man, it's gotta suck. Like, you're supposed to have to be required, like we have to do 3 appearances and this in your contract, or you're not gonna get paid. It's like, oh, I have to go and like smile. And then your ex-husband, Bruce Willis, is like fading fast, and she has kids, and she is a woman that with feelings and emotions, and you know, but who knows? Who knows what the fuck? No one knows what else is going on. People just, it's just weird and gross. It's sad. It's sad. I mean, most of these people are pedos and baby eaters, and who the fuck knows? I don't know what, you know, all the details of the stuff of her past, and no one does, really. I mean, who knows? So I'm not making an excuse for it, but it's just something you don't want to see. And it was one freeze frame, but like you see most of them and it's pretty consistent. So just playing a little devil's advocate there. But it's just gotta suck. Like, I don't want to go to this event. I don't want to stand and like, okay, fine. Then you're like in your 60s and 70s and you have to be on display and you put on makeup and everyone's like, oh, you're so much uglier than you used to be. And it's like, fuck, can you imagine just looking at that all the time? You know, I get comments like that. Everyone gets comments like if you're posting stuff online, you know, my videos, I'm not going to look the same forever. And then you get comments like, you look smaller than you used to be, or you look bigger, or this, are you gaining weight? Or are you not like, wait, you look, fat and this. It's like, depends on the video, depends on the wind blowing, you know, it depends on if I have a pump and I took a video post workout, or the camera angle, or the lens that I use. Like, just ignore it. But it's, you know, people like that who have been, it's a different level of popularity. It's a different level of exposure for like the last 50 years. So comparing her to what she looked like in striptease is like, it's also, yeah, she looked the best ever, but it's also retarded. Of course, that was like 40 years ago. Maybe not, like 30 years ago. So yeah, no one's going to look as good there for sure. Not to mention that like 30 years ago, not only does she not look as good as she did in striptease, but like 99.99999% of the population today and then and throughout history will never look as good as she did in striptease, you know? So it's like, of course, no one does. Not only does she not look as good as she did in striptease, no one does or might ever will, right? Okay. So anyway. Yeah, John, the sense of urgency to be relevant as you're an older celebrity has got to be exhausting. Everyone will be ultimately forgotten. Get over it. True. Definitely true. Absolutely. Yeah, you do stuff first thing in the morning, you're dehydrated. Yeah, you see your abs more, a little bit more definition, but you might be a little flat. And then later in the day, that's why it's important to weigh yourself properly and not take every measurement and the way you look and how you feel when you look in the mirror. Not to mention it's a mirror, but it's your perception, it's your opinion. If you're not in a good mood, you're going to think you look like shit and, you know, oh, I feel like crap and, oh God, everything's going wrong, but I look great. It's like, no, everything's tinted by your mindset, which is why it's so important to be optimistic. Let's see. Elizabeth says, it's sad that so many people feel the need to have plastic surgery and take GLP-1s when they don't need it. Yeah, those kinds of bodies like Demi's and everyone else that it's just an artificial leanness. Like it looks like you look a cancer patient. You look like you're getting out of a concentration camp. That's what you look like. You look like you're getting out of a concentration camp. All right. What do we got here? We got a couple things. We got to catch up. Let's do this one from yesterday. Obesity and Trump era, because one has to do with the other.
What's in the box?
Oh my God. Are black people fatter than ever because of the orange man? Is he feeding you cake?
When people talk about black women being obese, I hate it because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create.
I did not force you to eat what you eat. You didn't create, you created that meal. I don't know. What are some popular common foods that lead people to being morbidly obese? I bet a lot of them are on your plate. I bet they were before you ate them.
We are living in the Trump era. And look, those policies kill our people. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Not incorrect. I'm going to explain why, but I'm going to clarify. Okay, good, because that was fucking awful.
That reminds me of that tragedy.
Okay, so stress and cortisol. Stress is bad for your health. Stress will fuck you up. But most of that stress is artificially created stress. So when you're taught to be victims, when you're taught to be miserable, when you're taught to be racist, when you're taught to project your issues onto society that isn't doing these things to you, it doesn't mean an individual person, but most people hold themselves back across the board. So it's just a Marxist grift. And yeah, if you made yourself believe and your parents, everyone that's come before you and everyone has raised you to be a victim and you're encouraged to be a victim, and the Democratic Party and just mainstream media continuously propagandizes you and any people to be victims. Yeah, you stress yourself. Everything stresses you out. Microaggressions. She said this. Staring at your screens, your phones, and just getting. Listen to how angry she is. Why? Calm down. You're on a TV. Like, what are you doing? Why? She could be walking. She could be walking right now, exercising. Tell me your habits. Tell me your habits, and tell me how Trump is making you morbidly obese. Give me a break. Give me a break. And if you guys don't, I mean, if people, I don't care who you are, like, there's places you can go. Move, leave. No one says life was easy. It's not supposed to be. An easy life is not a human right. No one. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and happiness in the sense of purpose and meaning, in the pursuit of something better for your future generations. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of it. Not a guarantee. Life, freedom to pursue your meaning and your purpose in life. Pursuit. Not a guarantee. Not a guarantee. And then, you know, hey, you're not gonna be able to eat, you're not gonna be able to eat poisonous garbage with your free money anymore. They're killing black people. This is what happens when you give people free shit. And I don't mean just anyone. This is what happens when you give people. This is what happens when you give people free shit.
I don't believe you people.
What do you mean, you people?
This is what happens. You think you're going to get gratitude? You think people, hey, if we give everyone free money, they're going to have more time that they can focus on being productive. You think they're going to be grateful and thankful and then work really hard? Anyone? Nope. They're going to be jealous, envious. They're going to take the money and they're going to hate you for it because they know deep down they didn't earn it and they don't deserve it. So you know what happens? The whole doublethink problem. The human mind can't handle. I mean, it can, but that's very Orwellian, but it has a hard time holding two competing thoughts at the same time. So your brain will justify like, no, I deserve it. I earned this. and they'll stab you in the back all the way to the top. That's what happens. So giving people free shit and expecting gratitude, you can get exactly the opposite. You get envy, you get jealousy, and you get conniving ingrates. So that's why we have to get rid of all this shit. All right, weight is genetic.
What's in the box?
I know making terrible choices is genetic. Oh, wait.
Let's talk set point weight theory, which is this idea that your body has a natural set weight range based on your...
I don't think I can do this voice. No, it's a minute and a half. I'm going to do this. I'm going to stop it. I think that's based. I can't do that echoey voice. No, we're moving past it. Not going to do it. Let's do this one. Not much better. We got a couple today. So we're cleaning up. We're cleaning house. We got like 3 videos. We're going to run the train on this. Let's do,
What's in the box?
let's do this one. This one's called Do Some Research. So let's do this one. Let's do some.
You do not care about fat people's health. Stop fucking pretending like you do.
Jesus Christ. Fucking jumping from the fire into a fucking vat of molten lithium.
Okay? Because if you actually cared, then you would do research. You would learn about fat phobia, learn about colonization, learn about the history of why fatness is demonized in our culture.
What are you, retarded?
Look. Have you never seen the statue of fertility? Have you never seen works of art throughout history?
Mm-hmm.
Me and my fat ass are gonna be over here looking hot as fuck.
To who? Ain't no one hitting that shit. Ain't no one.
Because you are a disgusting fat body.
Ain't no one hitting that shit, dog.
And I'm healthier than you.
Donnie, you're out of your element.
That gorilla has seen the city of Zinj.
Yeah. Yeah. Lit. Hit the like button, Beaches. Hit it. Hit the like button.
What really bugs me, y'all. You don't know how healthy I am by looking at me. Period. End of story. Big on.
Ugh. Jesus fucking hell. I know exactly. You're not mentally healthy. You're not physically healthy. You don't know. I do. I challenge you to walking up a flight of stairs. I challenge thee. All right. The person with the best HRV wins. All right. Well, that's gross. Okay. That's gross.
That's a huge bitch.
All right. It's always the fucking eyes, bro.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
It's always the ojos. So speaking of fat cunts, go to notretarded.com and pick up some awesome merch. And you know what? Maybe you got merch. You got merch? Okay, cool. Cool story. But do you have magnets? I don't think you do.
Yeah, bitch!
They're new. We just dropped
Magnets!
them. You might have merch, but you probably don't have magnets yet. I remember Jenna Lynn, she picked up some magnets and she can't wait to rock them on her fridge. I implore thee for you to do the same. papaswolio.com. Get yourself some magnets.
There's this idea that like trans women have like hairy, fucking huge horse cocks and stuff that are swords that they're using to kill people.
Yeah. Trans horse cock swords. Still waiting. Maybe that's the apocalypse we're waiting for, right? Is that the distraction with the hantavirus? They're really just this entire time. Everyone thinks that they're, predictive programming. We got like Disclosure Day, whatever fucking movie. Like, oh my God, aliens are still coming. Like, okay, they're trying to bore everyone so we don't care anymore. And then like, oh yeah, they're taking over. Like, yeah, that's not true. And then all of a sudden you get a knock and it's someone with fucking 6 eyes. You're like, oh shit. And you're dead. In which case it doesn't matter. What are you going to do? So, the aliens are coming. Oh, it's the hantavirus. What if all of that, they got everyone and the conspiracy theorists, aka the people that will be right in 3 weeks, they got everyone to be distracted. They're just getting us used to the alien invasion. Everyone's a fucking lizard. Oh, Anthony Fauci. Oh my God, this. Oh, hantavirus. Oh my God, over here. Oh, Donald Trump this and Putin and, Chairman Mao, Xi Jinping. Everyone, right? Oh my God. What's going on over there in Iran? And this entire time, the real PSYOP was none of that. The real PSYOP was actually the trans cult. That was the real PSYOP. I mean, we went through it, but everyone's like, oh my God, trans, they're not, it's ridiculous, insane. And that was the real PSYOP, because what they're really doing is that's the whole point of atrazine, right? That's the whole point of all this stuff. That's the whole point of all this.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs
It was to create an army, an absolute savage fucking army of trans sword horsecock people that are just going to ravage the streets. You'll never see it coming. You see someone like, who's this fucking person? All of a sudden it's like, vroom, 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 like Star Wars style. So everyone's looking at aliens are coming the hantavirus, it's another scam. They're going to try to get us to take a hantavirus vaccine and all this garbage. And now just stay away from rat shit. No, but it's spreading human to human. We're not going to know who has it until around October by the election. You're not going to know. Yeah, it takes about, the hantavirus is sitting there. It's like, all right, how long is it going to take before people know that they have us? What is it? May? Let's see, May, June, July, August. We want to do October because that's too late to really make a difference. We got to try to get mail-in voting and some kind of so maybe, I don't know, maybe like 8 to 12 weeks, like 2 months. That's probably good because that'll be about June, July, right? That'll be right around when Donald Trump wants to have a big, 200th anniversary party. Like, cool. So this will be like, it'll shut that down. I'll make him look bad and he'll have to make a decision. Is he going to subject people to, the hantavirus is everywhere. Everyone's just, they're just shooting instead of t-shirts at the big 200th anniversary. They're just, using the t-shirt guns, just shooting rat feces everywhere. And they just start airdropping. You think there's chemtrails right there. Look, it's chemtrails to the point where a lot of people are like, oh, whatever. It's up there. Planes are everywhere. They just start dropping New York City rats everywhere. That's what Mom Donnie's been doing. He's just been gathering up all the fucking rats and they're just going to airdrop them. So maybe it's all a big distraction. It's all a big distraction for the trans horsecocks. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Yo, I mean, that's a new shirt. I was going to be like this. Wait, I got my shirt. I'm not going to say it. That's a great shirt. Hold on. I just had a great idea. Anyway, so that's probably what's happening. I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed that I didn't know the hantavirus watches CNN. How do they know it's election season? How do these viruses always know when it's an election year? Fucking brilliant. Evolution. Evolution is fucking amazing. Evolution's amazing, right? Never ceases to amaze me. Isn't that great? What's that? Hold on a second. Hold on, let me mute. Yeah. Uh-huh. It's okay, it's gain of function. It's not. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep on saying it's evolution. Yeah, I'm live right now. I'm muted. Okay, yeah. No, the deposit didn't come through last week. Make sure it comes through, what's today, Wednesday? By Friday. All right, BB. Later. Okay. All right, we're back. Let's do this. So questions, balls deep. Okay. Any other questions? We're moving on. Cool. Do some research. Crazy person. Let's see. Is that Fauci? What are you talking about? You're ridiculous, Fauci. It wasn't Fauci. Come on. Stop. That's ridiculous. Insane. You people are crazy. You people are fucking
Attacks
crazy.
on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Remember when that faggot said that? Oh, God. Piece of shit. We're just tired of it. We're just tired of it. But this is the one that's going to end it all, right? They get everyone thinking that, the whole COVID scam. And it's like, well, they're going to think it's a scam for this one. And then they're just going to nuke everyone. Literally or figuratively. Who knows? So why not just say, fuck it, and let's just make some sick fucking gains, right? Get swole. Who knows? Die swole. If it ends tomorrow, at least I'll have a pump, right? If it ends tomorrow, if it all ends tomorrow, I want to go out with a sick pump. The asteroid's hitting. It's going to hit just get a sick pump, right? Maybe not go too heavy. You don't want to, just in fatigue, you got to keep it on point. Got to still stick to the program, but go out with a nice pump. Get one last fucking flex. All right. This is called, oh, geez. Been going deeper lately. We're going deep today. It's raining, so I'm not going outside and not yet. I do like it when I do like being outside in the rain and listening to the rain. It's nice. We needed so much rain. We needed it. We needed it. That's for sure. This was a grocery haul video. Who's ready? We're running it.
What's in the box?
We're doing it. Picky Eater. This is called Picky Eater. Grocery haul. Ready? Picky Eater. Can you guys, what's a good word? What's a good word? What's a good word for a man? What's a good word for a male that describes himself as a picky eater? What's a good word for that? Drop your thoughts in the comments. You probably need to be careful if you're trying to drop your thought on YouTube, but Rumble, you can drop your thought, or in the Telegram. I don't know. The NSA is watching whatever you're doing anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right. And I'll read some of your responses. Okay. So what would you call, this says grocery haul as a 25-year-old. We haven't watched the video. I just see his face. So I have my own opinions already. Grocery haul as a 25-year-old who eats like a toddler. And in my folder, it's called Picky Eater. So what would you call that? And then make your submissions. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Hey y'all, I'm back with another grocery haul as a 25-year-old who still eats like a toddler and doesn't plan on changing it.
Well, I didn't even play the video. I just saw the initial frame, and the word that I had in mind was very accurate.
I've always been a picky eater, and now that I'm 25, I just don't really care to change it. Finally, got another jug, carton, whatever you want to call it, of 2% milk. Was out of cookie dough Chobani creamer, or almost out, so I went on and grabbed another one because it's on sale this week at Kroger. Got some more of my English muffins, sourdough, of course. Got some cookie dough because...
This isn't picky eating. This is eating literal garbage. And eating like a toddler. I'm tired of that shit. I'm ranting. I'm going on a rant. Sending it. Can we stop talking like eating shit? I eat like a child. You're eating like a kid, eating like a toddler. Who is feeding their kids this garbage? That's not eating like a toddler. Yeah, if you want your toddler to be autistic and morbidly obese. What the fuck are you going to feed? Why would you feed why is every kid's menu at a restaurant garbage? Fried chicken fingers. And why is everything, the kids menu is trash everywhere. Anytime you look at, oh, this is for kids, go to Disney, garbage. Go to any, frozen yogurt, kids, the kids cone. Why are you giving kids fucking garbage? Let's talk about food, right? You go anywhere, it's like the kids' food, and everything that has bright colors and little cartoon characters is literal fucking slop poison.
Why not? I haven't bought it in a while because I'm hashtag broke, but today I did not tell myself no. So we got some cookies.
Not hashtag broke, hashtag retarded. Not.
I work with retards.
Hashtag broke. Nope. Again, These are the same people that will say you're buying Chobani this and that's $5, $6, $10. Cool. That's like 2 pounds of grass-fed beef. So just hashtag retarded. So if you're saying you're broke, cool. I'm going to extra critique everything. But again, grocery haul, I'm just saying this, I don't think this person has said anything like this is really healthy. And this, you have the freedom. You have the freedom to eat what you want in this country with the money that you make. But of course, if you're going to post it online, sure, I can tear it apart. But I don't think this person's claiming that this is all a super healthy stuff. But again, this is an example of what people normally eat, for example, and then say they're broke. I'm like, you broke? Well, yeah, you're not buying any food. So like you'd have more money and more success if you ate real food, because how are you alive and have a functioning brain? Oh, wait, maybe you don't. Most people don't.
Then I got a can of biscuits. Honey butter biscuits remind me of my childhood, and sometimes you just need a little reminder of that.
Reminds you of your childhood. Oh, God. Most people that are gay got sexually abused. That's a... Biscuits. Oh, that is kind of... Fuck. Oh... This reminds me of my childhood.
Got another thing of my Chobani protein yogurt, another little pack of my mozzarella shredded cheese. This is what I've been using for my grilled cheeses. And it is so good. Fire. Got a tub of Cookie Two-Step because if you know, you know, this is my new favorite ice cream. The big thing of Bluebell ice cream tubs are on.
That's not a grocery haul. This is worse than the other fat people that did.
So right now at Kroger as well, I think for like $7.99. Normally they're like $10.99. So that was a deal to me. Couldn't pass it up. A pack of sausage patties.
What do you say? You say $10.99? I'll play it again.
Normally they're like $10.99. So that was a deal as well, I think for like $7.99.
$7.99. That's more than grass-fed and finished beef for most people, or ground beef. There you go.
Normally they're like $10.99. So that was a deal to me. Couldn't pass it up. A pack of sausage patties to go with the biscuits, because sometimes I wake up and I just really want a sausage biscuit.
Does that remind you of your childhood? A sausage biscuit? We'll move on. We'll power through. Keep up.
And what about it? So there's that. Then they didn't have the like crinkle fries that I normally get, so I got some seasoned frozen fries. Also, I know all of this is not very good for me. I know it's not, but
I respect that. No, seriously, like I'll tear every individual item. Like, how can you buy all that stuff and eat it? That's disgusting. I will say that I think everyone here, at least, like, okay, like that's what I said at the beginning. I never said like this is a healthy grocery haul. It's like this is what I'm eating it's like you're eating like a fucking moron. This is garbage. But at least he knows what he's doing. It's like, okay. Like I respect that. Okay, hey, I'm eating, but that's the thing, right? Of course, you post something online, I have every right to critique it. And fuck you if you don't like it. Not him, but anyone. Fuck, like, I don't give a shit. Go do something else. But at least you're honest. Hey, I'm eating garbage. Yeah, you are. Honestly, look, no problem. I have no problem. I have no problem with that. You're eating garbage. Okay. This garbage is good for me. And oh my God, Trump and the economy. And you're eating fucking poison. Then we have more of a problem. But like, yeah, you're eating garbage. Okay. We agree. It's okay. We can agree on things. That's fine.
Oh, this is not very good for me. I know it's not, but I'm still alive and well, so must be doing something right.
Now you're fucking with my. Now you're fucking with me. Now you're fucking with me. Now you're trying to share your sausage biscuit with me, and I ain't gonna fucking have it. No, I'm not gonna do it.
Your soft, flat triangle that the world never zooms in.
Yeah,
on.
now I'm healthy and fine. Fuck you are, dog. Okay.
I'm Hubert Cumberdale.
I'm tweaking, man. I'm freaking out. What is happening, man? What is fucking happening?
Loud noises!
Of my Roga chicken nuggets, and a bag of my favorite chips, because They're my fave. Why not? The Kroger brand Pop-Tarts.
Poppers.
Because sometimes when I get home from rehearsal, I just crave a Pop-Tart. And then last but not least, a loaf of my Gold Miners sourdough bread, which is my all-time fave. If you know, you know. Alrighty, y'all. There's my grocery haul for...
I don't want to hear that. The sourdough bread. I mean, holy fucking carb shit. I don't even know if that sourdough bread was quality, but I mean, say fresh sourdough, no issues. Put that in the freezer. Gross. Holy shit. Now, we've talked a lot about health issues and being more preventable or preventive. And we've talked about, we got a lot of questions. We have members and people with PCOS, and a lot of you know or have dealt with stuff. And we always talk about how, not an expert on, what is an expert anyway? Like, trust the experts. Like, actually probably go the other direction and use your fucking brain. But most of these issues, most of all health conditions are metabolic issues. They're metabolic issues. They're insulin resistance issues. It's your body is not functioning properly. And most of the things that you will go to a doctor or a medical practitioner that would love to give you a medicine or pharmaceutical or injection or get you on some sort of like lifelong treatment. It's just because they're pinpointing certain symptoms that allow them to be like, justify, if this, then that. And if you ever work in healthcare, it's just a fucking flow chart. I forget what it's called, but it's a flow chart. If this, then that. But it's like, this is like the process and this is what's designed. If this happens, you go to ER. If this happens, you're going here. If this happens, you get this scan and then you go here. If this, then you go this. And, it's so you like retarded people, not necessarily retarded people also, but just people that are under stress. You're like, okay, if this goes here, goes there, you can make sure that things are consistent. Anyway, so, you have this symptom. Hey, take this pill. Well, that doesn't work. Well, then take this pill. And if that doesn't work, well, then take this pill. And if that doesn't work, then go back to the beginning and then try this pill and then try this approach and then take this pill. And that's all it is, masking a symptom. So anyway, check this out. Some updates that came out recently. It's going viral right now with PCOS, which has been conveniently renamed to what it actually was the entire time, which is what we talk about, which is a metabolic condition. Let's play this.
So it only took 93 years to change. Polycystic ovarian syndrome now is named polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome.
So it's endocrine dysfunction. So it has to do with phthalates and endocrine disruptors in your environment and all the issues with the foods and the environment that you're in and your system's ability to metabolize nutrients properly, insulin sensitivity, and so on and so forth. You mean it's habits?
PMOS. Yes, 93 years. The first time that PCOS was named was in 1935, and now they just agreed after 14 years, I think, of trying to change the name because PCOS is very misleading. In fact, many miss the diagnosis because patients don't have cysts or follicles in their ovaries, but you can actually have the syndrome without having cysts in your ovaries. So now it's called polyendocrine because it affects different hormones, especially insulin and testosterone, and metabolic because it's truly a metabolic disease, right? Having a PMOS now increases your risk of type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, infertility, insulin resistance, and ovarian syndrome because it's still the ovary plays a role. We make testosterone in the ovary. So PMOS, polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome.
So if we use that, evident change, we think about the endocrine system. Can you imagine how, most people don't realize still how evil birth control is. That literally just fucks with your endocrine system. That's literally what it does. Most people just use the word. They don't know what the endocrine system is. They don't know what a hormone is. They just don't understand how many there are and just the blanket term. They fuck up women so fucking bad. They terrorized young women for decades, striking fear in all media, throughout school, fear of getting pregnant, fear of having children, and it's going to ruin your life. It's going to ruin, you're never going to have a career and all that, right? Feminism for you. They still have that today, but you guys remember, it was when I was in bad, made you so fucking paranoid. It was just fear mongering. Oh, you have a couple bumps, a little bit of acne. Oh, you're just going through puberty here. Let's get you on birth control. Gross shit. Disgusting. And so many women that take birth control have so many fucking problems when they come off. Or they don't come off. And so many issues that are a result of that. But it couldn't possibly be that. How do you point your finger at that? How can you sue someone or get restitution? You know, it's just disgusting. It's just so gross. It's so gross. And when I say feminist, I mean these movements to just destroy and eradicate and do literally the opposite of what's best for women and for society. That's why so many women are just destroyed, miserable. They're miserable, they're angry. And again, we talked about before, right? When you change your habits and people around you, like they're envious. They're envious because they think you're better than them. They don't want you to change. They don't want you to do better than them. You give people free shit. They're ungrateful. You think they're going to be grateful? They're not. They're envious that you gave them something for free and they know they didn't deserve it. So they internalize it as, no, I've earned it. I deserve it. And they hate you for it. So it's the opposite. And then you have all these women that were destroyed by this. So they have to justify what they did to themselves or what they did to other young women. And they have miserable lives. They hate themselves and they project it onto wherever the media tells them to project it onto men, right? That's what feminism does. You're not going to have kids and you're not going to do this. And you're going to be constantly anxious and you're going to be in high stress positions that you do not want to be in. You're going to go and be an educator. Cool. You get to go and deal with other people's kids. Be so afraid of having children, never have kids. You want to be a vassal for the state. You want to work hard so we can tax you. You need to have a job. You want to be a boss bitch. Yeah, you could do it the same as men. Go climb those trees and cut those trees down. Go lay that concrete. You know, it's all healthcare. It's all like mostly non-physical jobs. You know, caring for other people. Nothing wrong with it. My grandmother was a nurse. Nothing wrong with that. Right? But why do you think women do HR? Because they can fucking complain and nitpick. HR is the fucking HOA of healthcare and businesses. So you have all these women that are just complaining and taking complaints and subverting authority and just making lives miserable for people. HR departments are a cancer. It's just, you know, it's just communism that got infiltrated into capitalism, which is a reason why so many things are more expensive and bloat and all that stuff. And things can't move and pivot quickly. And you can't just be honest and you can't fire people because, oh, that person has more melanin. It's like, they just suck. They suck. They're awful at their job and they're a piece of shit. Yeah, but, you know, I don't know. Okay. Right? So why do women want to be schooled? Why are overwhelmingly teachers and, you know, people that take care of kids and daycare and stuff, overwhelmingly women? I'm not talking about Somalians, like, you know, who knows? Because they're supposed to have families. They're supposed to be caring for their own kids. But they don't have kids, so they have yours. Right? 1984 for you. Communists don't have kids, they have yours. It's so fucking true. Right? They care about the climate and the aminals. Yeah, but kill those babies. It's just, they're walking hypocrites. And they teach you to be a hypocrite. And if you're holding two conflicting thoughts at the same time, it drives you fucking crazy and insane. Plus you're taking SSRIs. Plus you're all the problems with people's health and LED lights and no sun and no grounding and bad food and constant media. So then when CNN tells you, guess what Trump did? He's taken away your reproductive rights. Bitch, you 50. You're not having kids. He's taken away women's rights. You have your fucking vagina. Your fucking vagina looks like the last leg of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Your vagina looks like you're about to find the holy fucking grail. Yeah, let me tell you, bitch, it's not the cup of a carpenter, all right? For fuck's sake. What rights are you fighting for? The children you don't have? The children you didn't have, too. Good Lord, right? What are you protecting? I was laughing because Mama Swole and I went to Sprouts the other day. And on the street corner, there were all these old white faggots. And men and women, by the way, on the side of the street, holding signs like, no kings, or whatever the fuck they were doing. I don't know, was it a primary? Whatever the fuck it was, I don't know, whatever was going on over there. right? And it was like, it's like 4:45, 4:30. And they're like, old white people, mostly old white women. It was like honk if you hate fascism. And I was like, fuck, I wanted to like, I have a train horn on my truck. And I wanted to go by and just blow out their fucking, blow out their, their, electronic hearing aids. I wanted to just fuck the frequency of their hearing aids up. But I don't want to honk because I don't want to, that's supporting the fascism. But it would be awesome. Okay. Mama Slay was like, don't do that. I'm like, yeah. I didn't do it because I didn't want to support them. But it was funny. We went to Sprouts and we left, right? It was like 5:10 on the way back. And they were all packing up, going to their car. Yeah, it's 5 p.m. Yeah. You're done being paid. Done being paid. See, this is what happens with entitlement programs. Social Security, they were better off investing. They'd be better off investing that money because Social Security isn't paying them enough. They have to get paid by whatever, organization or, NGO that's paying them to stand on the street corner and just be old and pathetic. Honk. Oh, honk. Oh, great. I'm glad some fucking old white people are really, standing up for what's right, holding a sign. No protest and no sign holding has ever been effective. Like ever. What protest actually did something? Like at any point, like it ever like was effective in doing anything, ever. Like when you learn the real history of what happened, like, yeah, irrelevant, like fucking irrelevant. It's like, well, this happened and this changed, like not because of that, because of, you have to actually read books and stuff. Oh, people were upset. No one fucking cares. When you actually like literally do shit like protests. I'm not talking about holding signs, but you're marching with weapons and stuff and like civil war and shit like that. Like, well, that's different. That's a different kind of like action. But holding signs, everyone's just laughing at you. Anyone who's not honking is laughing like you fucking losers. And you have a couple of people like, I'm like, it's gross. But it's always the women. It's always the women that have no opportunity and no lineage and no wherewithal, right? It's the woman that has a trans child. I'm fighting for my my son's reproductive rights. You're sterilizing your son. What are you talking about? And here's the thing. You ready for this? Here's the sickest fucking part. Because we know women hate women. They do. Super competitive. And I'm not saying you don't have a friend and people that you care about. You get the point, right? Jealous, gossipy. Women's favorite pastime is to sit in a group and just look at other people like, oh my God, look what she's wearing. Like immediately looking you down and up. Nasty. Mean Girls. It's 100% true. It never changes. Women don't grow up. Most people don't grow up, but it's nothing changes. Soap operas are really important because women watch them. They watch other people whose lives suck and they feel better about their own lives. So it's envy. That's why just people in general feel good. Weak people feel better when someone else is suffering. They don't want you to see you doing better. So the reason why there's so many old white women that are pro-abortion is because they're jealous of young, beautiful women. They don't want young, beautiful women to have what they can't have anymore. They're jealous of their youth. They're jealous of the fact that they're able to have kids. So they justify it as, oh, we're fighting the good fight. We're fighting for equal opportunity and reproductive rights. It's such a grift. Why do you think it's called reproductive rights? Because it has a positive connotation. Reproductive rights. It's the same George Carlin bit, right? It's not shell shock. It's post-traumatic stress disorder. Make the word longer and longer and make it more complicated so it doesn't actually get to the core of what it actually means. Now, PTSD is someone looked at you weird when you ordered a coffee at Starbucks. Oh, there was a microaggression. I was traumatized. You used to have to go to fucking war when you were 17 and see your best friend's head blown off in front of you and had to carry his body back because you wanted to bring his body back home for his mother. That was fucking shell shock. That was PTSD. Now it's been bastardized to anyone that had a bad day. And it's sick. So these women are just jealous. They're jealous and they're envious and they're projecting their hatred. So like, yeah, you can destroy your life too. And deep down, that's what they want. They feel like they're doing something virtuous when they're really just destroying someone else because they hate themselves. And it's sick. And it's a mental illness. And, well, there you have it. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? I think I got that all out there. What's a good soundboard? Let's do this.
Now, what do you say?
That's a good one.
If we form a new club and call it the He-Man Woman Haters Club?
All right. I don't hate women either. Which is why the Swole Sluts, it's so refreshing when you speak to women or you're around women that are not mentally insane. It's like, oh my God, women that are like actually fucking rational, logical, have common sense. It's so refreshing. So it's not all women. It's so outsized the insanity that they're just amazing. They're such amazing people. Such amazing women. Amazing women. It's amazing, but unfortunately farther and fewer between. So you find one like Terrence or these people, lock them down, wife them up, and keep them away from all the insane people, because that's the goal. Yeah. So you had to clarify, right? It's not all, but it's enough to make a broad generalization. It's like a stereotype. It's almost like stereotypes are true, which is why they're stereotypes. Huh. Let's give away today's Swole card. All right, fam. Who's ready for a Swole card? Did they even show the card? Well, we got here. Summer Swole. Here we go. Summer Swole. And there's Pinkston Churchill over here. My goodness, what a cute pupper she is. And Tainty Man off. Ooh, anyone who bet that he would be on camera when we got to the Swole card, at the buzzer. Tainty boy. Oh, you want belly rubs? Oh, oof, oof. Yeah, Bubba. Good boy. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Summer Swole. Let's give away today's Swole card. Music. Thank you, Falcon. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. I think what we do is we pile on. I think we pile on, fam. It's got to be today. It's got to be Terrence. I think we just pile on. His wife, I'm jealous. His wife is sending him all this awesome shit. I want to send Terrence some awesome shit. Let's give Terrence this fucking Summer Swole card. Who's getting Summer Swole with T-Bone over here? Let's send some sunshine to Wales. Fuck yeah. Terrence, you need a Summer Swole card to go with all this awesome merch that your amazing wife is picking up for you. PapaSwole.com. Buy one, get one 50% off over there, by the way. But congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3660 in the subject, mailing address in the bio of the email. If he's not listening, just go comment on the post, congratulate him on an awesome wife and awesome merch, and also let him know he won today's Swole card. Fantastic. Love it. Yeah. Get yourself some juicy merch. Get yourself a juicy Swole card. It is raining fucking hard, but we needed it. We're getting cooked. Getting cooked down here in the FLA. Someone said, didn't Cerny, didn't you say earlier? Like, oh, it's raining in Florida? Shocker. Yeah, normally, but in our area, we didn't get rain for like 2 weeks. The lawn was like getting a little bit like, because you can't even, it was getting a little bit crispy. The ants were having a good time. I was looking forward to it. It started raining a lot. I was looking forward to going out and absolutely decimating a red anthill that I found. They were having so much fun. They're like, yeah, we're building. I was going to absolutely have a field day destroying that. But I'll have to let Mother Nature do her thing, and then I'll find it. I'll find them. I'll find them. I got it. I'll figure it out. They're still there. They're there. They ain't going anywhere. They'll be back. I'm going to find them. I'm going to kill them. I'm going to fuck them up. Ugh. All right, we got a throwback. Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo. I still haven't done that. Let's do this one. TB123. Do it. Play it now.
Tell me the wildest way you have ever been fat shamed.
Where's your teeth?
So I have a skin condition
Whoa!
called
It looks like the shower pressure is not working well. You got a lot of conditioners, and the glasses. My God. What?
basically when you get a lot of boils all over your body, and mine's kind of linked to my cycle, so it gets worse when I'm on my period.
What?
For a long time now.
Answer the damn question.
So I went to the GP just to double check that it wasn't anything more sinister. They checked it over and he went, yeah, it is your HS, but we would recommend that you would lose weight to try and manage your symptoms. And I said, oh, I don't think my condition's related to weight, because it was actually it's worse when I was thinner.
Gay.
And they say, no, you need to lose weight.
No kidding.
So just because it was bad when you were thinner and still bad when you're bigger, they recommend that you lose weight. Understand that doctors are saying this, like, hey, it's unhealthy to have more fat cells. Like, you are causing yourself negative health outcomes by having more fat on your body.
I'm not tight. I'm getting insane.
The Almighty says, don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm good. We went extra long. You guys like the depth. Had some good rants today. Some good rants. I don't even know how we're gonna clip half this shit. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to get you. You know what? I think we're gonna start doing some. Community. Got to get some community clippers. Got to get some of you guys clipping some good timestamps for videos. But my goodness, a lot of rants in today's episode. Who knows? Who knows what's going to come out of today? But thank you for being here. Appreciate you. T-Bone won today's Swole card, so congratulations. We'll get those out. Got a stack of Swole cards. I know a bunch of you are waiting, but yeah, just a lot going on. So it is what it is. But they're coming. They're coming. Signature series coming. We got a lot of stuff. So always seems a lot of stuff. And then before you know it, it's like the next time. It's just keeps on. The mail never stops. It just keeps on coming. And then it's Publishers Clearinghouse Day. And then the mail code reader breaks. Lunacy. Fam, thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, ya boy. Papa Swole, out. SummerSwole.com. Shameless plug.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't laugh and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard to the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children pop.